May I have 60 seconds on the clock? Looking at the score, Tim now at 55, Heather at 40, Jason at 30. Good luck to all three of you as we start the speed round now. On a deck of cards, what suit is symbolized by a clover leaf? Heather.
Clubs.
Right. Which president is known as the father of our country? Tim.
Washington.
Right. Which sign of the zodiac takes its name from the Latin word for bull? Heather.
Taurus.
Right. On what special holiday do you get romantic cards, hearts, and cupids? Tim.
Valentine's Day.
Right. If something is unattainable, you might refer to it as pie in the... Heather?
Sky.
Right. What city serves as the capital of California? Tim.
Sacramento.
Right. In a letter, what do the initials PS stand? Tim.
Postscript.
Right. In the beloved Disney film, what kind of creatures are Lady and the Tramp? Heather.
Dogs.
Right. What's the famous nickname of basketball star Erwin Johnson? Tim.
Magic.
Right. Proverbially speaking, when the cat's away, who will play? Tim.
The mice.
Right. On what TV show does Sherman Hemsley play the role of feisty Deacon Front? Tim.
Amen.
Yes. In what galaxy is the Earth located? Heather.
Milky Way.
Right. In what country would you dine on native dishes called yakitori? And time is up. Tim has won it. Congratulations. Tim, now, what does a pollywog grow up to be?
Frog.
Right. What does the U stand for in the abbreviation UFO? Mike?
United.
No. What German word meaning health is often spoken after someone sneezes? Mike?
Gesundheit.
Right. In what month do we celebrate Labor Day? Brandy?
September.
Right. In the familiar adage, all work and no play makes who? Mike?
Jack.
Yes.
Dull boy.
Yes. In math, what's the square root of 49? Aline?
7.
Right. In what kind of restaurant would you end your meal with a fortune cookie? Mike?
Chinese.
Right. According to the old saying, easy come, easy Mike.
Goes.
Right. What type of doctor is indicated by the initials DDS? Brandy?
Dentist.
Right. What eastern state has its capital at Albany? Mike?
New York.
Right. In a relay race, what name is given to the rod passed from Eileen?
Baton.
Yes. What storybook bear has a best friend named Christopher Robin? Brandy?
Winnie the Pooh.
Right. Hanging over what kind of store would you find the initials RX? Mike?
Pharmacy.
Right. What sexy style? Time is up. Mike has won it. Now, what majestic animal is called the king of beasts? Whitney.
The lion.
Right. The actress who now stars on TV's Valerie Family is Marianne.
Sandy Duncan.
Yes. What is your destination if you're going for a ride in a paddy wagon? Marianne.
Prison.
Right. In what sport might you get your opponent in a full Nelson? Whitney.
Wrestling.
Right. What vegetable can be served scalloped, hash brown, French fry? David.
Potatoes.
Right. What southern state has its capital at Tallahassee? David.
Virginia.
Wrong. Name the finicky cat that stars in 9 Lives. Whitney.
Morris.
Right. Howard Hesseman plays a high school teacher on the TV. David.
Class.
Right. In the transportation industry, what did the initials MPH stand for? Whitney.
Miles per hour.
Right. According to the old saying, what kind of animal never forgets? Whitney.
Elephant.
Right. What animated Disney classic tells about a young deer and his friend's flower? Whitney.
Bambi.
Right. What kind of fruit are huckle, boysen, goose? David.
Berries.
Right. In the movie The Wizard of Oz, what did the Tin Man want? Marianne.
He wanted a heart.
We'll give you the other 5. It is Whitney who wins it. Yes. Now, the lovely lady who turns the letters on TV's Wheel of Fortune, Mark.
Vanna White.
Right. Traditionally, what kind of fruit is used to make sweet and hard cider? Mark.
Apples.
Right. If you spend your allowance quickly, you might say money burns a hole where? Mark.
In your pocket.
Right. On TV, what incredible creature does David Banner turn into? Mark.
The Incredible Hulk.
Right. In what month do we celebrate Valentine's Day? Jonathan.
February.
Right. According to the proverb, what should you do before you leap? Jonathan.
Look.
Right. In math, what's the square root of 81? Mark.
9.
Right. On what date do we celebrate Independence Day? Jonathan.
4th of July.
Right. What TV sitcom features 3 brothers named Larry, Daryl, and Daryl? Mark.
Bob Newhart.
Yes. Which East Coast state has its capital at Annapolis? Mark.
Maryland.
Right. What is the chemical formula for water? Jonathan.
H2O.
Right. Name the TV talent competition that's hosted each week by Ed McMahon. Jonathan.
Star Search.
Right. According to the old saying, what kind of stone gathers no moss? Time. To an American Indian, what is a papoose? Time is up, and Jonah has won it. The last winner on Varsity Week. Now, traditionally, what small red fruit is used to top off an ice cream sundae? Christy.
Cherry.
Right. Name the fictional hero of the novel The Man with a Golden Gun. Oscar.
James Bond.
Right. Which of our states takes its name from the French words meaning green mountain? Time. What special name do we use for the grounds of a college or university? Deborah.
Campus.
Right. In what sport is the championship team awarded the Stanley Cup? Christy.
Hockey.
Right. When the Argonauts searched for the Golden Fleece, who was their leader? Christy.
Jason.
Right. What was the middle name of the great American poet Ralph Emerson? Deborah.
Waldo.
Right. Name the cartoonist who created the comic strip Peanuts. Christy.
Charles Schulz.
Right. What city is the capital of Canada? Deborah.
Montreal.
Wrong. What Oscar-winning actor was known as the King of Hollywood? Time is up. Clear it. Whose life was the subject of the 1965 film The Greatest Story Ever Told? Oscar.
Jesus.
Right. For what sport did Eric Heiden win 5 gold medals? Christy.
Speed skating.
Right. In the old time is up. Christy with a big win. Congratulations. Third win for Christy. Now, name the British pop star whose hits include Daniel and Benny. Christy. Time. What name do we commonly use for a dish of ice cream smothered in hot fudge? Christy?
Hot fudge sundae.
Yes. In the Broadway tune, what ornament goes with baubles and bangles? Christy?
Beads.
Right. From what animal do we get a waxy substance known as what? A tire.
Sheep.
Yes. What current U.S. state was once a part of the USSR? Christy?
Alaska.
Right. With what nourishing food do we associate the names Campbell's and Progresso? Christy?
Soup.
Right. What Civil War general claimed that war is hell? Tara?
Sherman.
Right. In the Northern Hemisphere, the vernal equinox marks the beginning. Christy?
Summer.
Wrong. What was the former name of Vietnam's Ho Chi Minh City? Christy?
Da Nang.
Wrong. What popular TV rock group had members named Dolans, Jones, Christy?
Monkeys.
Right. Who is married to Prince Philip Mountbatten? Tara?
Princess Elizabeth.
Wrong. No. On what island will you find the famous volcano known as Mount Etna? Christy?
Hawaii.
Wrong. Time is up, and Tara is the new champion. Congratulations. Now, what famous American author was known as Papa? Tara? Time. In the old television series, Bud and Sandy had a dolphin for a playmate. Gail?
Flipper.
Right. On which day of the week is Thanksgiving celebrated? Tara?
Thursday.
Right. Name the Massachusetts city that's home to both MIT and Harvard. Tara?
Cambridge.
Yes. What Latin word do we use for a house that's divided into 2 separate living units? Tara?
Duplex.
Right. What type of energy is commonly used in joules, BTUs, and calories? Tara?
Heat.
Yes. In literature, what kind of animal were named Dasher, Dancer, Comet? Tara?
Reindeer.
Right. Which U.S. president ran for office on the Bull Moose ticket? Tara?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Right. What kind of reference book was compiled by Peter Roget? Dan?
Thesaurus.
Right. A persuasive, eloquent speaker is said to have what silver body part? Tara?
Tongue.
Right. What common lawn weed takes its name from the French words meaning tooth of the lion? Dan?
Dandelion.
Right. Who was the sea captain in the book 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Gail?
Nemo.
Right. And the time is up. Tara has done it again. A second win with a great speed round. Now, what comedian made popular the phrase, "you look marvelous"? No.
Billy Crystal.
Right. What do we call the unit of measure that's equal to 4 pecks? Tara?
A bushel.
Right. To a peace-loving poet, the pen is mightier than... No.
Sword.
Right. What article of clothing is thrown into the ring when a politician announced Tara?
A towel.
Wrong. What does someone want from you if he asks for your John Hancock? Tara?
Your signature.
Right. With what fashion item do we associate the names Guess, Jordache, Levi, Ralph?
Jeans.
Yes. What kind of people come together in a meeting called a coven? Tara?
Witches.
Right. In what state would you be if you were skiing the slopes at Aspen? Tara?
Colorado.
Right. What dessert shares its name with the food of mythology's gods? Noe.
Nectar.
Wrong. Which general said, "Old soldiers never die"? Tara?
MacArthur.
Right. What kind of creatures are studied by an entomologist? Noe.
Insects.
Right. In literature, what is the name of Notre Dame's hunchback bell ringer? Tara?
Quasimodo.
Right. What type of cigar shares its name with the capital city of... Time is up. Tara has won it. Congratulations. She added to her lead again in the speed round. Now, at official ceremonies, President Reagan is entitled to a salute of how many guns? Tara?
21.
Right. In what state could you take a scenic drive from Laramie to Cheyenne? Tara?
Wyoming.
Right. According to the old expression, what makes the heart grow fonder? Tara?
Absence.
Right. What large animal can be classified as either African or Indian? Linda?
Elephant.
Right. What name is given to an Eskimo house built of snow? Tara?
Igloo.
Right. How many speakers do you have in your stereo? If it's... Linda?
4.
Yes. What American unit of liquid measure is a little smaller than a liter? Linda?
Quart.
Right. What name is given to a person who escorts people to their seats in a theater? Linda?
Usher.
Right. During the Depression years, what president reassured Americans with his fireside chats? Linda?
Roosevelt.
Right. What last name is shared by a playwright named Author and a TV captain named Barney? Tara?
Miller.
Right. What the 2 official languages of the Vatican are Italian and... Linda?
English.
Wrong. According to the title of John le Carré's novel, who came in from the cold? Tara?
The Spy.
Right. According to the initials, what kind of medicine do you practice? Time is up. Tara with a big win. Congratulations. Now, an old quote that any camera buff would agree with is a picture is worth, Tara.
1,000 words.
Right. How many feet would you find on an animal called a quadruped? Tara.
4.
Right. What geometric shape is just like the Greek letter delta? Georgianne.
Sorry.
Time. Name the super singer whose hits include Born to Run, Dancing in the Dark. Glenn.
Bruce Springsteen.
Right. What kind of meat is used in the Polish dish kielbasa? Glenn.
Sausage.
Right. To make a toll-free call, you have to dial what area? Tara.
800.
Right. What evil being is sometimes referred to as the Prince of Darkness? Tara.
The devil.
Right. The John Steinbeck novel based on the biblical story of Cain and Abel is East of Georgianne.
Eden.
Right. On what television series did Roger Moore play a debonair detective? Glenn.
Saint.
Right. What do you use with equal skill if you're ambidextrous? Glenn.
The hands.
Right. Which Asian nation has its capital at Bangkok? Georgianne.
Thailand.
Right. Name the biblical town which was the birthplace of Jesus Christ. Glenn.
Jerusalem.
Wrong. In a courtroom, what word is used to describe the final decision made by Georgianne? Verdict. No, we'll give you the other 5, and Tara, you have won it. Congratulations. Back to the champ in just a moment. Now, what would a cowboy get at the chuck wagon? Robin.
A meal.
Right. Who wrote and published an almanac known as Poor Richard? Tara.
Benjamin Franklin.
Right. In historical dates, what is the meaning of the initials BC? Robin.
Before Christ.
Right. What bird comes in the varieties fantail, carrier? Robin.
Pigeon.
Right. In a Tex-Mex restaurant, what comes with your chili if you order it con queso? John.
Cheese.
Right. Which U.S. state is represented by the postal abbreviation ND? John.
North Dakota.
Time. What type of music is described by the initials R and B? Robin.
Rhythm and blues.
Right. To become president of the U.S., a citizen must be at least how many? Robin.
35.
Right. Who has just been elected if you see wisps of white smoke emerging?
Pope.
Right. What mischievous little boy is the son of comic strip parents Alice and Henry Mitchell? Tara.
Dennis.
Right.
Rachel.
Which North American country's national anthem has lyrics in both English and French? John.
Canada's.
Right. Che Guevara was a hero of what island nations? Robin.
Cuba.
Yes. Which astronaut? Time is up. Robin has won it. Going against 2 champions. Now, name the comedian known for the line, "Can we talk?" Robin.
Joan Rivers.
Right. On a record album, what do the letters LP say? Mike.
Long
Mike.
playing.
Yes. What variety of grape shares its name with the capital city of New Hampshire? Robin.
Concord.
Right. Name the African hotspot. That's the world's largest desert. Robin.
Sahara.
Right. Who wrote the bestsellers Firestarter and Misery? Robin.
Stephen King.
Right. What are the only 2 colors you can bet on in the game of roulette? Robin.
Red and black.
Yes. If you take charge of a situation, you're said to take what animal by the horns? Diane.
Bull.
Right. Where would you be if you were visiting the city of brotherly love? Michael.
Philadelphia.
Right. The magazine Dun is published by the financial reporting firm of Diane.
Dun and Bradstreet.
Right. In which ocean is the island of Guam? Michael.
Pacific.
Right. Half the world's glaciers are located in which U.S.?
Alaska.
Michael. Yes. Medical prescriptions are often represented by what 2 letters? Robin.
RX.
Right. What tendon in your ankle is named for a mythical Diane.
Achilles heel.
Right. What name is given to the opposite ends of the earth? That time is up, and Robin has won it in a good speed round. All 3 hands going for the buzzer in that speed round. Now, what kind of creature does a tadpole grow up to be? Robin.
A frog.
Right. What handsome actor played Barbara Streisand's main man in the movie Robin?
Ryan O'Neal.
Yes. In slang, what is the favorite activity of a person who's called a couch potato? Stan.
Television.
Right. Members of which profession take the Florence Nightingale Pledge? Robin.
A nurse.
Right. Which U.S. state has the postal abbreviation HI? Stan.
Hawaii.
Right. With what sport do we associate the names Nadia Comaneci? Katie.
Gymnastics.
Right. According to the song title, what should you tie around the old oak tree? Robin.
A yellow ribbon.
Right. With a distance of less than 100 miles, which U.S. state lies closest to Cuba? Robin.
Florida.
Right. Which Mediterranean country is considered the birthplace of democracy? Robin.
Greece.
Right. What book of the Bible takes its name from a Greek word meaning birth or beginning? Robin.
Genesis.
Right. In medicine, acute nasopharyngitis is more commonly known as the common Stan.
Cold.
Right. According to initials, in the military, what kind of officer is an NCO? Robin.
Non-commissioned officer.
Right. Your time is up, and Robin with a big speed round to win it. Coming from $5 behind, she pulls it out for her 3rd win. Back to the champ in just a moment. Now, when you're extremely happy, you might say you're in 7th. Robin?
Heaven.
Right. According to legend, what type of tree did George Washington confess to the show?
Cherry tree.
Right. What actor wrote, directed, and starred in the movies Heaven Can Wait and Reds? The show.
Warren Beatty.
Right. According to legend, during what phase of the moon would you turn into a werewolf? Michelle?
Lunar phase. Moon phase.
Wrong. What large sea mammal is the only seal with tusks? Robin?
A walrus?
Right. In what U.S. state could you visit smoldering Mount St. Helens? Michelle?
Washington.
Right. What warbling type of singing might you hear from the lips of a Swiss mountaineer? Paul?
Yodeling.
Right. On what TV sitcom did Joyce DeWitt and Priscilla Barnes share an apartment? Michelle?
Dynasty.
Wrong. When we breathe, we take in oxygen and release what gas? Paul?
Hydrogen.
No, wrong. What's the last name of sister authors Anne, Emily, and Charlotte? Robin?
Bronte.
Right. Who portrayed Elizabeth Taylor's husband in the movie Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Robin?
Richard Burton.
Right. In what sport are the periods of play called chukkers? Time is up. Robin with a big win. Congratulations. Back to the champ in a moment. Now, who is John F. Kennedy's vice president? Heather?
Hubert Humphrey.
Wrong. On what type of vehicle would you sit with your back against the sissy bar? Robin?
A motorcycle?
Right. Residents of what city are referred to as Angelinos? Brian?
Los Angeles.
Right. In the children's rhyme, Ring Around the Rosie, a pocket full, Robin?
Posey.
Right. In the Walt Disney cartoons, what kind of mischievous creatures are Chip and Dale? Robin?
Chipmunks.
Right. In what U.S. state do the Green Bay Packers and Milwaukee Brewers? Heather?
Minnesota.
Wrong. What couriers are not slowed by snow, rain, Robin?
Mailman.
Right. On what long-running sitcom did Ted Knight play the pompous... Brian?
Mary Tyler Moore.
Yes.
So.
What cereal grain serves as the chief grain food for half the world's people? Heather?
Corn.
Wrong. Medical ethics are based on whose famous oath? Robin?
Hippocrates.
Right. In what country did the philosophy known as Taoism originate? Robin?
China.
Right. In the 60s, what TV medical drama featured Sam Jaffe? Brian?
Dr. Kildare.
Wrong. What mythological group of sea nymph? Your time is up, and Robin has won it, coming from third place. Wow. Now, what tangy fruit is used to describe a problem-plagued auto? Robin?
A lemon.
Right. Who was the rotund partner of Stan Laurel? Robin?
Hardy.
Right. On a movie marquee, the rating PG stands... Robin?
Parental guidance.
Right. In the Frank Sinatra hit, What City Is My Kind of Town? Marge?
Chicago.
Right. In Irish folklore, you'll find a pot of gold if you catch... Robin?
A leprechaun.
Right. A fathom is a unit of length used to measure the depth of... Robin?
Water.
Right. In prize fighting, what did the initials TKO? Marge?
The knockout.
More. Time. According to the Torchy folk ballad, who was Frankie's lover? Anthony.
Johnny.
Right. Name the Milwaukee school teacher who ended up as the first female prime minister of Israel. Anthony.
Golda Meir.
Right. Name America's federal health insurance program for people over 65. Anthony.
Social Security.
Wrong. What was the official language of ancient Romans? Robin.
Latin.
Right. What do we measure in lumens, lux, and candlepop? Robin.
Light.
Right. Which sign of the zodiac is represented by a pair of fishes? Robin.
Pisces.
Time is up, and Robin has won it. Congratulations. Back to the championship. Now, if bravery is needed in a situation, that's the time to separate the men from... Robin.
The boys.
Right. What European country calls its national flag the Union Jack? Robin.
Great Britain.
Yes. What actress played cocktail waitress Diane Chambers on TV's Cheer? Robin.
Shelley Long.
Yes. What river divides the twin cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul? Jeannie. Time. According to the old saying, the way to a man's heart is through wind.
His stomach.
Right. What Pacific island gives its name to a sexy two-piece swimsuit? Robin.
Bikini.
Right. In what U.S. state did Lincoln deliver his Gettysburg Address? Jeannie.
Pennsylvania.
Right. On what TV show would the gang hang out at a Milwaukee drive-in called? Robin.
Happy Days.
Yes. According to the Bible, how many of each animal were brought by?
Two.
Yes. When it becomes alarmed, what type of snake will spread its neck? Robin.
Cobra.
Right. In what part of the body are bones called the radius and the ulna? Ginny.
The arm.
Right. What beautiful creature found in Asia is the biggest of the big cats? Robin.
Tiger.
Right. In 1944, in what country would you have found Omaha Beach? Robin.
France.
Right. Time is up, and Robin with a big win. He was behind all day. Now, what type of candy does President Reagan keep in a jar? Steve?
Jelly beans.
Right. Coleslaw would be nothing without what leafy veg... Linda?
Cabbage.
Yes. In the sport of fencing, what French word is used when a person... Steve?
Touché.
Right. What actress did Faye Dunaway portray in the film Mommy Dearest? Linda?
Joan Crawford.
Right. What was the last name of the legendary frontiersman Wild Bill Gloria?
Higgum.
Right. In our country's early history, what was an affair of honor? Steve? Time. What family of reptiles includes the Gila monster and the chameleon? Steve?
Lizard.
Right. What biblical figure said, if I be shaven, then my strength will go from me? Linda?
Samson.
Right. Which of our states is home to the historic battle site of Yorktown? Steve.
Virginia.
Right. In anatomy, what do we call the joint that connects the hand to the forearm? Gloria.
The wrist.
Right. What nation calls its longest river the Shannon? Linda.
Ireland.
Right. If you take the opposite side in an argument, you're playing the devil's Gloria.
Advocate.
Right. In Roman mythology, Cupid was the son of what beautiful guy? Steve. No. Time is up. Linda is the new champion. Steve lost 5 on that last one. Now, on what part of your body would you wear your sombrero? Terry.
On your head.
Right. Which branch of the U.S. Armed Services has the motto Semper Fidelis? Terry.
The Marine Corps.
Right. What country has a national airline known as Aeroflot? Terry.
Russia.
Right. Downhill and alpine are terms used. Linda.
Skiing.
Right. What does a German mean when he says Auf Wiedersehen? Terry.
Goodbye.
Right. The Latin phrase used to describe an existing condition is status. Terry.
Quo.
Right. What popular ride at Disneyland consists of a train that travels on one track? Linda.
The monorail.
Right. According to the title of the Four Seasons hit, Big Girls Don't Terry.
Cry.
Right. Which popular magazine produced such funny movies as Animal House and
National
Fran?
Lampoon.
Yes. What military academy has an honor code that says a cadet will not lie? Terry.
The United States Military Academy at West Point.
Yes. What instrument does a doctor use to listen to your heart? Fran.
Stethoscope.
Right. Name the popular news program hosted by Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters. Terry.
Today Show.
Wrong. What musical instrument would you play in the Van Cliburn International competition? Time is up. Terry has won it. Congratulations. Wow.